either have to have such a new and exciting product that everybody wants to have it, or you have to have some reason or purpose behind what you're doing, and realizing that it's just a hard sell to everybody. They have no reason to want to switch from MailChimp to my product. By actually putting the charity component to it, it gives people purpose. Businesses feel good because they think, okay, yeah, we can work with MailChimp, but it's just a huge company, or we can work with this, which is equally the tech of a big company being sold for a distributor that is then sharing that profit with a local charity, and it helps them.
What's your name, where are you from, and what do you do? And if it's your first time on Nomad Cruise or not.
I'm Dan, I'm from London, been a nomad for 4 years. This is my second time on Nomad Cruise. I run a all-in-one marketing platform called Bizivate, and we are basically launching, we're a platform with a purpose, so we're working with charity partners to help them raise some funds, so we're a little bit more than just software.
Can I ask you how you make money by being a digital nomad for the last 4 years?
Yep, so initially as a freelancer and creative agency, and now I'm more moving into a new model where we're not charging retainers anymore, but getting people onto our software, so they pay for the software and then they can have dipping in and out of the creative services if they want it. But the idea is it's much more long-term sustainable and a little bit more purpose-driven now with what we do, because I want to support some charities and have some social impact. So
is it your purpose of doing the business, CRM business, is it for to support charities or actually building your own SaaS as a startup?
No, so it's a resale of an existing SaaS that we've customized with ChatGPT and basically set it up. So we're still effectively a marketing agency. We take an off-the-shelf CRM called Lead Connector. We connect it with OpenGPT. We set it all up specifically for service-based businesses, and then 40% of their monthly fee is going to our charity partners. But we've only launched in one phase yet, so we're about to launch in November for the second phase.
Why did you make a decision to support charity business? It's really hard on the early phase actually to make it happen even without giving away part of it. Why it became so important for you?
We do have very similar technologies to MailChimp and Klaviyo and all of that. There should be no reason to choose us for any normal reason, but we are partnering with charities, and that actually means we've got a social impact to what we do. So 40% of the SaaS fee goes towards our partner charities, and that could be very meaningful for a local charity, in the ones that we're working with in London, for example. So they help us by referring people. Our sales team now is more focused on supporting those charities to help them reach out to their network and refer people. And then our small amount of marketing, so much less paid, can completely focus on a switch and support campaign. So switch from MailChimp to us, and you'll be supporting the charities.
So why you decided to include the charities? I had the same idea with the magazine, but then I realized that I'm having a hard time even building the magazine. So having the part supporting the charities, or even having conversation, or even giving away anything I earn is actually very difficult on the very beginning. So why you decided to include that while you're still young and building?
So basically, I've been doing this for 9 months, and I had to really do some soul searching a little while ago, in that I am not feeling motivated to do this just for money. I don't feel like I'm making enough of an impact, and also we're doing a hard sell all the time. So I was saying you have to have a reason. So there would be no reason to switch to our software when you're just doing hard selling. And when I kind of weighed everything up, it made sense that actually partnering with the charities that I care about in the first place, they are very motivated to find ways that local businesses can support them, particularly in London, where they work with breweries and coffee shops and barbershops and organizations that's already using something like MailChimp. We're giving them now, we're launching this in November, we're just working on the partnerships now, but this campaign called Switch and Support will basically enable them to go around to all of these small businesses. They're basically doing the sales for us, and then they keep an ongoing 40% revenue share for every sale that they do.
So they're actually helping you out because they know that whatever you earn, they earn.
Yeah. So it works in their benefit to reach out to their massive mailing lists that these charities have. So we have 2 lined up, and we want to get 4 for the launch. But yeah, they reach out to their massive mailing list. They do door-to-door in their local area, talking to these service-based businesses. We're providing them with the marketing materials to show how easy the switch is. They don't have to sell anything. They just make a referral, get our team on a Zoom call. We will do the rest. And then once they use the link to make the payment, they're going to see the monthly recurring revenue.
You said you work in 2 of you. Who is doing what?
So I'm product and marketing, and I've got a sales guy based in London.
Who is developing the product?
So it doesn't require much development because it's off the shelf. So it's basically a no-code solution with a tiny bit of development with the API, which we got a freelancer to help us with.
What kind of charities you choose for this project?
So the launch charity is one that I've worked with over the last 3 years. So my previous occupation was in craft beer marketing. And so we've made, since the lockdowns in London, we've made a craft beer where a percentage of the sales went to support this charity. So they're called Westminster House Youth Club. In London, these kids would have nowhere to go after school until their parents come home, and they're very likely to get involved in street crimes and gangs and knifing and this type of stuff. So this charity takes them in, creates a youth club for them, gives them a skill set, just shows them a lot of love and encouragement and value. And in the last 30 years, these kids have grown up to be really making an impact in their community and making something of their lives and not falling down the route of going into this crime and street gangs.
So this is your motivation, not actually making money for travel, but motivation to support charities.
Yeah, so I need enough to support myself and travel, obviously. So, I also don't feel motivated to just do that. So I've always in my 20-year career had some social impact in the things that I do. So kind of realized without that, and it's just money behind it, it doesn't motivate me enough to want to do it.
How many people in your team?
Currently 2, and looking to expand that to another 2. So I don't have employees, I have growth partners, which are people that I work with that coordinate with the charities and help support some sales, and then they get a percentage and the charity gets a percentage.
And you are traveling, and we all know that when you're building something out at first, it takes a lot of work and you need to focus. And actually traveling takes away that focus. But you still keep traveling. How does it interrupt your focus time much?
So if I was traveling to places I don't know very well and I'm being a tourist and I'm sightseeing, then it takes away my focus entirely. But what I've been doing this year is going back to places I've been to before. So spending time in Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, where I spent a lot of time before, in Tarifa for a month, in Phuket for 2 months, places that I've lived in before and enjoy, so that I don't feel like I'm a tourist looking around trying to do new and exciting things every day. I'm just having a nice life there, working on my product. Phuket, for example, I'm in a quiet rural part doing Muay Thai training in the gym. So I'm just training in the gym in the morning and then working on my product in the afternoon and evening.
If someone wants to also start a business, maybe a similar concept that yours, what would you recommend to a newbie to start with?
Either have to have such a new and exciting product that everybody wants to have it, or you have to have some reason or purpose behind what you're doing, and ideally both. My hiccup this year was that I just went straight out with looking at the agency model and trying to move it onto a CRM model and not really feeling motivated or purpose driven by it, and realizing that it's just a hard sell to everybody. They have no reason to want to switch from MailChimp to my product, but by actually putting the charity component to it, it gives people purpose. So businesses feel good because they think, okay, yeah, we can work with MailChimp, but it's just a huge company, or we can work with this, which is equally the tech of a big company being sold for a distributor that is then sharing that profit with a local charity, and it helps them.
What's the name of your product?
Bizivate, bizivate.com.
And who is the best your client to use this?
So service-based businesses. So at the first product you'll see on our website as of today is our customer service AI, and it's aimed at hotels and accommodations and co-livings. Main clients that we launched for our beta testing with earlier in the year are breweries, because that's my background. So we have 3 brewery clients, and when we launch the email marketing platform next month, it will be really targeted at businesses that's around about $1 million turnover in the UK.
Do you have anything for the magazines?
What would you like?
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add that I haven't asked you?
I can highly recommend coming on this cruise, particularly these ocean crossings, because we spend a lot of time at sea getting to know people and making some amazing connections and being around some amazing entrepreneurial energy.
Thank you so much for your time.